Listen, Jack LaLanne, it's great having you here.
Thank you very much.
Wow, whoa, brother. You are, what, 74 years old?
74. You have to be something.
I guess, but you are in magnificent shape. You've been exercising all your life. Is there a secret to this thing?
It's the vigorous, daily, systematic exercise and proper nutrition.
Just do it. You just do it.
That's right.
Could you make anyone... I mean, for example, you met Mr. Scott here, Tom Scott, our musical director. He's a musician now, you know, kind of a sedentary life. You think you could get him really in great shape?
You know, in 6 weeks' time, I'd have you bench pressing 300 pounds, and I'd have you just as hard as iron. Absolutely.
That's very impressive. Now, how about our announcer here, Dan Miller? What do you think?
You know, Pat, I'm not God.
From Television City in Hollywood, Recording Stars Expose. From Falcon Crest, Lorenzo Lamas. Fitness expert, Jack LaLanne. From The Donna Reed Show, Paul Peterson. And CBS, Sajak Ho. Plus, Tom Scott and the band, along with me, Dan Miller. All here tonight on The Pat Sajak Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Sajak.
I've looked around, and I can say this is our, what, 148th show. We've been keeping count here, and you are the best-looking audience we have had since we've been out. That line's now worked 148 times. That's great. Welcome to Los Angeles. If you're from out of town, it's a great city. You know, this town was once owned by Mexico. In fact, you know, the streets were given the names by Mexico, and of course now we own it. But there's no animosity. I know I live right down the street here at 3rd and Gringo, so I'm sure everything's okay. You know, the city council here in L.A. is trying something that, I don't know. I mean, it's a noble cause, but they're trying to crack down on the cab drivers. They want them to look better. They want them to dress better. They want them to be friendlier, you know, a little bit better put together. And I think it's working. I saw a cab driver today. He had a nice shirt, he had a nice tie, he was smiling, he was getting his middle finger manicured. I think it might be. Oh, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be entertained all night by this fabulous musical aggregation right here. Say hello to Tom Scott and the band. What is this? Hey? There's a stranger in our midst.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I don't know that guy.
Well, we have a special guest. He's probably best known for his work with the Chick Corea group, Mr. John Patitucci on bass.
Hi, John. Nice to see you. Eagle eye. Thanks for one back. Thought it might have been a ringer. Speaking of which, did you put your food down? Ladies and gentlemen, our announcer, Mr. Dan Miller.
Doing okay. You know what's on my mind tonight?
What? No, we'd love to. America wants to know what's on your mind. They can't go to bed until they find out.
I think they can.
What do you want?
I start the show every night with From Television City. Now, what's the thing with this Television City? Is this like an incorporated city? Because I'm thinking of running for mayor.
I don't know. What is that? Just the name of the complex? Or is it the name of a... Is that what it is? Yeah.
A city within a city.
But it's a tradition to say, you know, for years they've been saying that. You're part of a grand tradition here at what is this? CBS?
CBS Television. Would you make a major contribution maybe to my campaign if I do?
Sure, yeah. You and Barney Fife, these are the people I want running.
We've got to stop asking what Television City can do for us. And what we can do for Television City. We've got problems that need to be addressed. We've got a parking problem out here. We need to annex the farmers market parking lot for one thing.
Yeah.
And get that in here.
Let's throw those damn farmers out of there. That's good. What else? What else has got you riled up?
Well, that's pretty much the elevators.
The elevators.
I don't know if we have time to talk about the elevators.
We have time for anything. This is 90 minutes. I mean, what can the hurry be?
That's actually the point I was going to make. The elevators here at CBS.
First of all, I think here at Television City, which I'm running for mayor of, that there's a mystery floor. Have you ever gotten on this elevator and gone to a floor and it says 2 where we want to get off? Yeah. And there's a floor we don't know. There are empty desks. There's nobody there. I think there's a forgotten floor here at CBS.
I think it's the executive suite, frankly.
And
well, we have also the elevators. See, normal elevators in a normal non-Television City building, if there were 6 floors, the numbers in the elevator say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that make sense? Ours, you get in our elevator, it says, correct me if I'm wrong, GM23.
No, GLM.
Oh, GLM23.
You were wrong.
Yeah.
And I did correct.
And you did. Well, you are the mayor.
Not yet. Not yet. But, and there's also, if you notice the roof of the elevators here, there's a mirror. Now, what goes on in those elevators?
That's a good point.
There's something going on.
There's a lot here. Well,
we
may do something about this.
And I want to tell you about, I'll tell you another week.
You can do anything you want.
Well, I'm in the elevator the other day. I'm coming up here. And they have a little emergency box in there with a phone in it.
Yeah.
And I swear to you, I'm riding up by myself, and the phone rings in the elevator.
What did you do?
I answered.
And what did they say?
And they said, a collect call from Tony. Will you accept the charge? It's the truth.
And did you?
No, I messed up because it was a great story. But I said, this is the elevator. I can't accept the charge. I think they were looking for the stairwell anyway.
Besides, I have to get off soon. We're almost on floor L.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I can count on you for a contribution.
Yes, you can. You can. And keep Otis out of the drunk tank. That's the only thing.
And I'll do you some little favors when I'm elected.
I'm sure you will. Now, we have, it's Friday. And that's the CBS Sajak poll. What we do all week, we poll our audiences on news events of the week just to see how bright these folks are. And they are the brightest audiences in television. So look at your monitors here in the studio. We'll show you what we mean. For example, we asked people what this was a picture of. 2% thought this was the winner of the geriatric marathon. That's a good guess. 5% thought this was a couple of old-timers out for a jog. Admire their gumption there. 93% thought if this guy's the winner, officials will probably skip the steroid check. I ask you, Mr. Mayor. All right. We asked folks what this was a picture of. 2% thought it was a supermarket after an earthquake. Could have been. 4% thought it was a stock boy cleaning up after a big fight. But 94% thought it was a worker cleaning up after Roseanne Barr shops on double coupon day. Oh, boy. The chances for that booking are getting slimmer and slimmer, aren't they? Next shot here, what did people think this was? 4% thought it was a monkey going for a swim. I was just reading ahead here. 6% thought this was an extra dressed up for a movie about aliens. 90% thought this was Ted Koppel after way too much coffee. I'm sorry, affiliates. We have to keep it longer. 3% thought this was ex-President Nixon waving to a crowd. 5% thought it was Nixon shielding his eyes from the sun. 92%